What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Desaster, entitled The Oath of an Iron Ritual. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Koblenz, Germany, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very relentless, war-torn, volcanic hybrid of both black metal and thrash metal. Yeah. I would easily say that this is probably one of the most consistent black thrash bands to enter the metal world today. Everything this band has put out has always been reliable, always been solid, and always a blast to listen to. From the lyrical visual themes, to the vocals, to the overall musical executions, this band has always brought the goods, especially from their late 90s output to their later 2000s material. I mean, later releases like Tyrants of the Netherworld and Divine Blasphemies really stick out to me the most about this band, because it shows that this is a band that really knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to making music, doing vocals, lyrics, songwriting. It's just all there. And of course, Germany being a great hotbed for thrash metal, this band takes the thrash metal sound and incorporates black metal elements perfectly, and it's really, really awesome. Yeah, really awesome body of work this band has put out over the years. Especially the last time we had heard something from them in 2012 with The Arts of Destruction. Really awesome album, and it shows that all this time later they still have it they still have their shit in check, basically. Let's see here. Yeah. I think this is their 8th full-length album. This new one we're going to be talking about here, The Oath of an Iron Ritual. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around 47 minutes in length. And this is the kind of band that makes you want to listen to every single minute of every second of every song. Because you know you're going to be in for a thrill ride, and you know you're going to be in for a very good time. To me, this band excels when they're at their fastest. Because there are moments on this album that really tread onto more mid-pace, slower sort of territories. But when you get to the faster, thrashier moments of this album, you'll love this album way, way more. And it grows with you. It sticks with you all the way throughout. Musically, it's just a joy to listen to. I love what's going on here with the music, especially on one of the opening tracks of this record, Proclamation in Shadows. That's a really awesome way to get the ball rolling for a record like this. And then you get to tracks like The Cleric's Arcanum and Damnatio ad Bestias. You can't get any sicker than that. I love these guitar riffs. I love the way everything is played. It just sounds awesome. It sounds natural. It sounds authentic. And it's done properly. I love the way these riffs are being handled here. Very memorable black and thrash sort of riffs going on here. It just sounds wonderful to listen to. Even the closing track at the Eclipse of Blades, I think there's a little bit of an acoustic vibe and essence going on with that song too, showing you a little bit of diversity with the guitar performance. But these riffs are so incredible. I love how Desaster does guitar playing on their records. The bass guitar is very good too, as would be the norm for a more traditional sort of thrashy black metal sort of release. You can hear the bass tone very, very cleanly, very audibly here. It doesn't try to overpower anything. It really does have its own moments to shine here on this record, and hearing it provide a much needed sense of balance on The Oath of an Iron Ritual works out wonderfully here. Drum wise, these drums are so fun to hear being played, and to hear every single element of the drum performance sound here. It just sounds amazing. I love the snare sound. It has that once again, the natural essences when it comes to this band's overall musical delivery. The snare sounds wonderful, the fills are great, the thrash beats are awesome, the black metal influence shines here greatly too. The lengthier songs on this album really showcase a good sense of stamina, but when the faster moments come along, I think it sounds awesome to hear. I love this drummer's sense of speed and grace. It just sounds awesome. And the vocals are excellent too. I love this vocalist's style. very rough and rugged. You can understand everything that he's delivering. He does so with a sense of passion and a sense of urgency, and I think his vocal performance is really incredible to listen to. Once again, going back to songs like The Cleric's Arcanum and Damnatio ad Bestias, just some really incredible vocal stylings going on here. It has that essence of thrash metal and black metal. The best of both worlds could collide on a release like this, and I think with the vocals on The Oath of an Iron Ritual, you can tell that this guy really means business here, and he does tremendous job with the vocals here. So overall, this is another really top-notch release from probably one of the most reliable black thrash bands going in today's metal soundscapes. Great music, great style, great attitude. This is a band that really brings forth the Teutonic black thrash sort of sound, and The Oath of an Iron Ritual is another feather in the cap for a wonderful career for a band like Desaster. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Proclamation in Shadows, End of Tyranny, The Cleric's Arcanum, Damnatio ad Bestias, and the closing track At the Eclipse of Blades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the Desaster Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can buy it digitally, and I will also leave you a link to where you can purchase a physical CD. I believe High Roller Records is putting out the vinyl version of this, so if you're able to acquire it internationally, make your efforts to do so. If it's available in the US, make an effort to go and buy it. So again, the album is The Oath of an Iron Ritual by Desaster. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Go check this out. This is quite a fun record to listen to. And for a score, I'm going to give this a pretty solid 9 out of 10. Really, really awesome release. I think this is giving the new Destroyer 666 a bit of a run for its money when it comes to black thrash metal madness. So, if you happen to have heard this album, let me know what you think of it and how you feel about it and how you think it compares to previous Desaster releases. Are any of you guys fans of Desaster? I know about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 of you who might like this style of metal, so let's talk about it. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Ho out.